Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. This will be part 3, I suppose, if all goes well. The new switch is installed. I just need to button it all up. I wanted to show one thing, as I mentioned at the end of the last clip. I had no idea how the wires pulled out, and I did have some hemostats that I could use to try to wiggle them out. I noticed they were in there pretty firm, so I didn't want to hurt them. After I got the first one out, I realized basically they're just in there they're retained in metal. It's like a copper spring, and I don't know if you can see it in there, but what I ended up doing, I'll try to do this while I shoot it with the iPhone, took a tiny little flat micro screwdriver, and I would just place it in there where the wire is. You just push it in and you can feel the spring being spread apart with the end of the screwdriver, and then I could just gently pull the wire out. So I really didn't need to use the forceps. I just needed a little micro screwdriver like that. It was small enough to fit in all those slots. And then before I put the new ones in, I poked the screwdriver in just to make sure that the spring was free, and I just placed them in. And of course, after I stuck the wire in there, I gave it a little tug to make sure it was snugly in. So all the wires are there in their right place, and I'll button it up and see if I can give it a whirl. But this gives you good insight into it's a gear reduction gear drive. Obviously, I might put a dab of grease there. You can see there's grease around the housing and around the bearings. Here's the other half of it. So, man, this thing's been great. It's just, I can't say enough good things. I know my wife spent a lot of money. It's funny, I'd asked her to get me, I think we were newlyweds and maybe the first Christmas or something. I really needed another good drill, and I said, get me a Black & Decker. And so she went to the hardware store, a really good hardware store here in town, the old-timey ones that were people that knew what they were doing, were waiting on you. And she told the guy what the story was, what I was needing. He said, we're in the South here if you can't tell. And he said, you don't want to get him a Black & Decker, get him a Makita. She said, I've never heard of a Makita. So that became a running joke for us for all these years. So hopefully the Makita will be healed with this replacement. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you posted.